So I had a few problems with our Outdoor Revolution drive-away awning. I think I mentioned it in some previous videos. So I thought I'd share with you what went wrong and what I did to fix it. And it's not really what I thought it was going to be. Right, I don't know if you remember, but a little while ago, well, a few days ago actually, I had a problem with the awning and it deflated. So I think the air beam, one of the air beams is leaking. I need to figure out where the leak is and see if I can repair it. Let's get the awning out. Of course, the problem with these is you can only get to them once you're inside the awning. Gives it a bit more shape. Did the usual there and not putting the valve in the right position. Oh no, I didn't. Inflating thing's got two connectors. There's a that goes onto there. What sometimes happens if you unscrew it, that comes off, and that's holding the valve open. So you've got to be careful not to disconnect that bit. Do it again. Okay. Right. In disconnecting this, you've got to make sure you turn the whole assembly round, and then it comes out like that. I'll pump the whole thing up so I can get inside it. The valve seems to be okay. Looking for any bubbles that are appearing. Nope. It's staying up so far. Let's go and have a look inside. See, I thought it would have gone down by now. Now, the way this is constructed is it's got like an outer sleeve that's quite loose, and that's held together with these zips, but there's an inner bag as well, so I want to get and see if I can have a listen inside. Still upright, so this is where the bag itself lives. Got to be careful I don't collapse the whole thing. Let's zip this bit up a bit. We'll start from this end. Still can't hear anything. Well, they really don't want me to undo that. They've not put any clips on that. Yeah, see, that's all going to expand out, isn't it? I better be careful here. This is a bit frustrating. It's still not going down. I'm going to have to let it down and see if I can get the inner airbag out and check it. Just take the whole thing out. This is good fun. It's held in by these clips here, so I can take the whole tube out. Right. Eventually, Got the whole tube out. I'm not sure I'm going to get it back, but I remember which way round it goes as well. That goes to that side. Okay, remember that. Yeah, there's actually another valve there. Let's try and check that. Still can't hear anything. Could it let down and I'll do an inspection of the bag itself. It looks like it's sealed to that, so I've got to be careful here. Yeah, it does look like it's sealed. One place that might go, of course, is these ends. Let's just blow it up. I'm just going to blow it up very gently because I don't really want to blow it up. Let's leave it at that. Right, let's try around here. So I'm doing this because I've not had a response from Outdoor Revolution at all. I sent them an email, you know, saying, can you get replacement bags and there's a repair kit, but nothing from them. No, nothing. Makes me wonder if it's actually leaking. Might be leaking around this valve seam. What's this? Is that just a genuine bubble? Put it back together again. Maybe it wasn't leaking. Don't know. I don't understand what's going on. Maybe someone let it down for me. You never know. Kids or something. Did it twice. Another possibility is I blew it up too hard and this safety valve released. That's a possibility. Ah, now I see bubbles. Now whether that's just been forced out by air pressure, might be. It's possible. I think we've definitely got a leak here. Yeah, look at that. Around the valve. Don't think I'll be able to repair that. What a shame. Yeah, no, that's more than just air being forced out. I'll leave it for a bit, see what it's like. It's definitely going down, and it seems to be where it's going. So I think I'm going to have to get a new awning. I've looked on various places, see if I can get a replacement. They do replacements for the newer model, the T2R, but I'm not sure it's compatible. But then I'm not sure I want to spend another £60–70 on a replacement beam, really. We'll see what Outdoor Revolution say, because I have emailed them. So the original awning came with a repair kit, which I managed to find in the bag, and it has an extractor tool, a repair patch, and some fabric swatches. So repairing the actual awning itself, and a spare line as well. And what I discovered in there, of course, was this tool, which really was the start to the solution of the problem, as you'll see in a little while. Now that tool allows you to get the valves out, And of course the valves, once the valves are out, it's disconnected it from this outer bag, as it were. So they just unscrew out, and the valve itself drops inside. So, but you do need this tool to be able to get the valves off. And, if I'd found this repair kit earlier, I might have got to the solution a bit quicker. And that's the safety valve, as it were. If there's too much pressure in the airbag, that thing will pop open. That's why there's two valves on this. It's a pressure release valve. And now you can separate the bladder, the air bladder, the inner, from the outer, and you've got this seal, you've got this rubber seal around it, and that's attached to the air bladder. Now I was thinking, obviously, when I was looking at this, that there was still something wrong with the air bladder, and that somehow this seal had gone. And I was thinking, this doesn't look too clever. And it was at this stage that I decided to get myself a new air bladder from Outdoor Revolution. Well, I've put the valves back in without the outside cover. I've got to be careful because you're not supposed to inflate it with it not being in the cover, so I can't inflate it too much, but it doesn't seem to be leaking. So I think that maybe the seal around here was leaking, because this bit here around this may have actually been leaking. It might have been causing the problem. Maybe it just needed tightening up. Anyway, I've got a new cover, a new bladder arriving soon, so I'll probably end up with a spare. Right, the replacement awning has arrived, so I'll see if I can. Came by FedEx. Took about 3 days. Wasn't too bad, from the Outdoor Revolution store. They said it's not the right. Let's get this off first. Right, he said it's not the right bladder. This is a bladder number 129. He said it will fit, but you have to fold it up at the bottom of the bag. So I'll show you that a little bit later, because they didn't have the right one in stock. I think it's an older awning. So let's get this open. It's in another bag as well. Oh! Leave him wrapping this up well, don't I? I've got to be careful not to puncture the bladder with the scissors. Right, there we go. I'll tidy it up in a minute. Okay, so same sort of thing, except this hasn't been blown up ever. So let's get this fitted then. I think it's a little bit longer, so I would have to fold that bit up at the end, like that. So there's that much left, so if I leave that like that, it should be alright, shouldn't it? Actually, it's not so bad, is it? It's exactly the same as that. I was thinking there might be a rubber seal or something there. There isn't. So I could do one at a no, I can't do one at a time because you won't be able to get it in, will you? So this is the point where I discovered what the real problem was, and I'm doing a voiceover here because my sound was awful on this. The seal, the outer seal here on this one particularly, is a bit bent. not quite round, so I think that's the actual problem with the awning. And as long as I could get the valve to seal on that, I think it would be all right. It's got stretched somehow, and I think that's what's happened to it. Yeah, so it wasn't sealing properly, and this is quite tricky to do, to get this quite straight. I spent a bit of time doing this, sort of lining up the inner seal with the outer plastic there, and then trying to get the valve in there. And that's the safety valve. I'm screwing that down. And it's it's quite tricky. And do the other one. Of course, then you lose the valve inside, and you've got to sort of line the two up and make sure the outer seal is attached to the inner seal, really, and then you can put the valve back in. But yeah, quite a tricky little job. And I think what's happened in the past is when I've been pumping it up, it's probably pulled on the plastic at some stage, the outer plastic, and that's what's deformed it, and that's what's causing the problem with the awning. I'm hoping long term, or at least for the rest of the summer, this is going to be all right, but I think if it does go down, at least I'll know what it is. So here's the valve tool. And the whole thing about this whole escapade is I didn't really sort of realise how these valves were attached. So that's why I'm making this video, is so that you can see, if you've got a similar problem, what to do about it. Yeah, it's fold that up, put that in there somehow. Okay. That's going out that way. Yeah, no, that looks fine, doesn't it? That's a relief. Phew! So I unfolded the awning, most of it unfolded. It's a little bit awkward to get to because it's inside. It's really confusing. Where does it go? Is that it? Actually goes through there. There's a bit of Velcro there and there, so that's obviously where it goes. Shove that through there. That'll line it up, won't it? That's about right, because that's the corner. So these just need to be tied together so they don't zip open and the bag burst out. That's it. You come to help, Pops? Here we go now. Ah, Pops. Yeah, I think as long as I can see that there, should be all right, shouldn't I? Okay, see how we get on. Hey, puppy, please. Right, I've sort of pulled it through a little bit, let it down, pulled it through a little bit, so hopefully I've got equal amounts both ends. I've done it up, pumped it up slightly. It seems to be about right now. So, That's it. That's right, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Let's put it up then. So I decided to leave the awning up in the garden for a little while to test it, and of course inevitably it was all right, and it has been all right since, and we have since been away with the awning and used it, and it's been perfectly all right. So it really was just a case of that valve not seating properly with the outer bag plastic thing. So I've got some Fenix awning cleaner and awning reproofer. I'm going to give that a go. Had the awning up for a couple of days now, and it's been okay. It's stood up, so hopefully that's a good repair there. I've cleaned it and I've reproofed it with the Fenix reproofing, so hopefully that will help keep the rain out. What we're going to do now is put it away, ready for our trip to Northumberland. When I was putting the awning away, well, after we left Durham Grange, I managed to put a rip in it. I've hit it with the one of the poles that goes across, so I've put a tear in it. So I've got some of this stuff here. It says it fixes almost everything, so that should be good. I'm going to put a bit of cardboard underneath just to have something to lean against. And I've got this patch as well, so that patch is going to go, let's see which way up. Okay, I think we'll put something on top of that to weight it down. Okay. Comes with some gloves, so I suppose I ought to wear those. And the instructions say to put a generous amount around either the side and then joining areas, and then put some on the outside as well, so open it up. Look, put some around the edge here. Oh, it's quite sticky stuff, this. It's really sticky. Put some around the edge there as well. I think I've got enough on there. Oh, yeah. Oh, I managed to drop the patch. So there we go. Press it down. Sticky and stuff. So just to put some around the edges, so we'll do that. I'm struggling with this because it's so sticky. I think I'm going to leave it now. Let it dry. Yeah, it's incredibly sticky, that stuff. It says it full cure is 24 to 48 hours. Wow, does it look better when the glue's dried? And that's the cut there, so I managed to cover most of it. I will put a bit more glue on it. See if I can do this. Okay. I'm going to leave that up for 24 hours and sit out in the garden again. God, the grass is looking dry, isn't it? Really dry. So let us know if you've had any problems with your drive-away blow-up awning or blow-up tent or whatever. How did you fix it? How did you get on with it? Is it worth repairing? Am I wasting my money? Should I splash out? I've been looking at other driveway awnings, and some of them are about £1,000. So I'm hopefully, even though I bought an air bladder I shouldn't have done, that I haven't wasted my money. Maybe it will see us through for another season, and maybe we'll get something next year. Anyway, I hope you found it interesting. If you did, give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing, and we'll catch up with you in the next one. Bye then.